Have you ever gotten a raise and felt excited, only to realize 3 months later that you still have nothing saved? The number in your paycheck went up, but the number in your savings account stayed exactly the same. This is not a coincidence, and it is not your fault. You are caught inside a psychological machine that was never explained to you in school, and it gets faster every single time your income increases. Today, we are going to expose this machine. We are going to show you exactly why millions of Americans earning $80,000, $120,000, even $200,000 a year still feel financially trapped. And more importantly, we are going to show you the one shift that changes everything. But before we get there, you need to hear something that most financial videos will never tell you. The real enemy is not your expenses. The real enemy is something living inside your own mind. And that is what we are going to expose right now. Stay until the end, because the final piece of this puzzle is the one thing that separates people who build real wealth from people who just keep upgrading their lifestyle forever. Here is what nobody talks about when they talk about lifestyle inflation. It is not just about spending more money. It is about something far deeper. It is about identity. When your income rises, something quietly happens inside your brain. You do not just upgrade your apartment, you upgrade your self-image. You start believing that your professional status requires a certain kind of car, a certain neighborhood, a certain wardrobe. The apartment upgrade feels like a reward you earned. The newer car feels like a professional necessity. The expensive vacation feels like something you genuinely deserve after a hard year. And here is the dangerous part. You are right. You do deserve good things. But none of those things are building your future. They are only building a more expensive version of your present. This is what behavioral economists call social signaling. For thousands of years, the human brain has been wired to establish status within a group. In the modern world, that status is displayed through the things we own and the lifestyle we project. When your colleagues drive newer cars, your brain registers a quiet warning. When your social media feed fills with luxury apartments and exotic vacations, your brain slowly redefines what normal looks like. What once felt like a luxury starts feeling like a basic expectation, and before you realize it, you are not earning money to become wealthy. You are earning money to look wealthy, and that one distinction right there is costing millions of Americans their financial future. But here is the question I want you to sit with right now. In the last 12 months, every time your income went up, did your savings go up by the same amount? Or did your lifestyle go up instead? Drop your honest answer in the comments right now, because that single question will tell you exactly where you actually stand. And what comes next is going to show you exactly why this keeps happening, and it is going to surprise you. Let me show you the real cost of this trap with two people who start in exactly the same place. Call them Person A and Person B. Both receive a $20,000 raise in the same year. After federal and state taxes, both keep roughly $13,000 to $14,000 extra annually. Person A does what feels natural. They upgrade their apartment by $300 a month. They lease a newer car for $200 more per month. That is $6,000 a year gone permanently. The rest quietly disappears into nicer clothes, a bigger vacation, a phone upgrade, and a few extra subscriptions. 10 years later, Person A has a genuinely better lifestyle, but almost zero additional wealth. Person B makes a different choice. They still improve their life slightly, but they take $10,000 of that additional income every year and put it to work through a Roth IRA, a 401k with full employer match, or a simple S&P 500 index fund. At a 7% average annual return, historically consistent with long-term market performance, the $10,000 per year becomes approximately $138,000 in 10 years. And if they stay consistent for 20 years, that same habit builds nearly $410,000. Same raise, same starting point, completely different outcome. The difference was not income. The difference was identity. Person A saw the raise as permission to look more successful. Person B saw the raise as an opportunity to become more free. And here is something I want you to understand at the deepest level. Income is what you earn. Wealth is what you keep and what keeps working for you while you sleep. The person earning $60,000 and consistently investing 15% may end up significantly wealthier than the person earning $150,000 and spending almost everything. This is not a theory. This is exactly what decades of research on American millionaires consistently shows. Most of them were not exceptionally high earners. They were exceptionally consistent investors over time. So right now, before we go any further, I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. Are you person A or person B? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you are person A right now, what is one specific thing you are going to change with your very next paycheck? Write it down below, because putting it in writing makes it real. But there is still one more trap that catches people even after they start saving, and it is the one mistake that silently destroys everything they have built. That is coming up next. So you have started saving. That is a real step forward. But here is the mistake that most people make right after they start. They save money, but they do not put it to work. And that distinction will cost you more than you realize. The money sitting in your checking account or tucked away at home is not safe. It is quietly losing value every single year. In America, average inflation runs between 3 and 4% annually. That means $10,000 sitting untouched today will have the purchasing power of roughly $7,000 a decade from now. You did not spend it, but inflation spent it for you. Wealthy people understand something that most people never learn. Money only grows when it moves, when it works, when it is placed somewhere that generates a return over time. This is not complicated. You do not need to be a financial expert. Open a Roth IRA if you have not already. Contribute enough to your 401k to capture your full employer match, because that is free money that millions of Americans walk away from every single year. Put the rest into a simple S&P 500 index fund and leave it alone. Do not check it every day. Do not panic when the market dips. Just stay consistent, because time in the market, not the size of your income, is what builds lasting wealth. The person earning $50,000 and investing consistently is building something real and permanent. The person earning $200,000 and spending almost everything is building nothing except a lifestyle that now requires $200,000 a year just to maintain. True financial freedom does not mean having a mountain of money. It means having enough assets, generating enough income that you no longer have to sell your time to someone else. That is the real goal. And it starts today. Not when you earn more, not when conditions are perfect, but with one decision made right now. Before you go, I want you to do one thing. Drop a comment below telling us the one status symbol or lifestyle expense you are willing to give up for your financial freedom. Not someday, today. Your answer might be the exact thing someone else needs to read to finally make their move. Here is the real lesson, and I want you to carry this with you long after this video ends. Earning more is not enough. Keeping more is what matters. Investing consistently is what builds freedom. And understanding the difference between looking wealthy and becoming wealthy is what separates the two paths entirely. The trap is not your expenses. The trap is the story you have been told about what success is supposed to look like. Real wealth is built in the boring, quiet decisions you make every single day, not in the big purchases that everyone around you can see. Change the story, change the behavior, and step off the treadmill for good. If this video gave you a new way to think about money, please subscribe to this channel. Every week we break down real financial concepts in a clear, practical way so you can make better decisions with the money you already have. And leave a comment right now telling us which one you are, person A or person B, and the one thing you are changing starting with your very next paycheck. Let us hold each other accountable right here.